All right, so for this week, I'm only gonna be uploading one video because there's gonna be a lot of homework assigned over here. So we will work with word problems. This is the last thing that we need to cover in this unit. I'm gonna be doing three questions. So for my immersion students, I am gonna be translating the questions in French. So I will upload a separate PDF file for you guys, okay? Which will, you're gonna have the same questions. I just want you to practice your French here because on the test you'll get a word problem in French, right? So I think it's wise for me to just translate the questions for you. So please have a look at that document. And again, if it's confusing, right, if those questions aren't making sense, then you can always refer back to this document, and you're gonna understand this, right? Because it's going to be in English, but try working with the French documents, and I think that should also make sense to you, okay? Because I think I'm gonna do a decent job at translating this, but we'll see, okay? Anyway, so let's do question two. Question one is left for you as homework, okay? So again, I'm only going to be doing three questions, two, three, and five, and the other ones are homework. Okay, there's 10 questions in total. So I'm only going to be uploading one video this week. I think I'm going to be scheduling office hours on Wednesday instead of Thursday, and I'll give you the test on Thursday so that you can have Thursday and Friday to do the test. Okay, so anyway, so let's just continue. So here for question two, graph the following equation to state the point of intersection. So this is kind of tricky, right? I have to graph these two functions. Best way to graph a function is to, um, you know, in your case, I guess make a table of value. So let's do this function in red. So I know that when my x value is 0, right, my y value has to be 5 because it's the y-intercept. And again, if you plug in x is equals to 0 in this function, you will see that your y value will be 5, okay, because half times 0 is just 0. Now, because my denominator is 2, right, because my denominator is 2, a wise thing to do would be to increase your x values by 2 to avoid getting decimals. Okay, so if you plug in x is equals to 2 over here, half times 2 is just 1, and 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, and again, if you plug in x is equals to 4, then half times 4 is 2, and then 5 plus 2 will be 7. Okay, and so again, you can easily plot this, right? Again, you only need 2 points. I'm just giving you 3. So at 0, you are at 5, so somewhere over here. And then at 1, you are at, sorry, at 2, you are at 6. So the next point will be here. Again, let me just zoom in just for you to have a better look. Okay, so at 0, I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And then at 1, at 2 actually. So this is 2. I am at 6. Okay, so there you go. And then you can just connect the two dots, okay? And everything else will automatically align, okay? So there you go. And then this way. So this is what the function would look like, okay? Um, and now let's graph the function, the other function in blue. Again, if you're confused, what I'm doing is I'm pretending that this is 1 and this is 1. Okay, so I'm scaling everything by 1. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This is the point 5. And this is your point, right? This has to be 2. And this is 6. Okay, so 2, 6. And again, you only need 2 points. Okay, so 2, 6, 0, 5 is good enough. Now let's work with the other one in blue. Okay. So again, I'm gonna make a table down here. So x, y, when x is 0, y is at negative 3. When x is at 2, then 2, then this would be 0. And when x is, again, I'm increasing by 2 because my denominator is 2. Okay, so the next one will be 4. And at 4, I will be at 3. Okay, so again, your slope kind of tells you what's happening, right? As you increase your x value by 2, your y value is supposed to increase by 3. Because remember, by definition, slope is just equals to the change in y divided by the change in x, right? The change in y is 3 and the change in x is 2. So that's where the 3 over 2 is coming from, okay? And if this is kind of confusing you, then just plug in these values into your function and you will get your y values, okay? Y values are your output. So two ways of doing it. You can do it however you want. So now I'm going to zoom in again and make this precise. At 0, I'm at -3, and then at 2, I'm at 0. Okay, so at 0, I am at -3, which is here, and then at 2, I am at 0. So I'm just going to clean this up. This actually just this one. Oops. There you go. And then at 2, I am at 0. And if I connect the two dots, I'm going to have my function, okay? So let's do that. Let's zoom out a little bit, and then let's connect these two dots. And then there you go, okay? As soon as you connect two dots, you are good to go. Okay, so let's just align this a little bit. And it seems like this is the point of intersection, okay? So let me use a different color for that. So maybe purple or something. Okay, so again, you can find this point of intersection graphically, kind of like I did, or you can find this algebraically. Okay, so it seems like what is this point? So 2, 4, 6, 8, right? This is the point 8, and this is 5, and this is seems like it's 9. And state the point of intersection. Okay, so that's the point of intersection in purple. Okay, I was able to figure that out just by graphing it, but algebraically I've shown you how to figure that out, right? Just use comparison in this case. Y is equals to y, okay? And then hopefully that will give you 8, 9. So if I plug in x is equals to 8 over here, then 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 plus 5 gives me 9. If I plug in 8 in here, then 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12, and then 12 minus 3 is also 9. Yeah, so the point of intersection is 8, 9, right? So that's how you would graphically find the point of intersection. And again, it's kind of confusing. Not confusing, but I would say kind of long, okay? Not the best way of doing it, but it can be done, okay? So the reason why I chose to do this question is because, first of all, it will help you practice how to graph a function, right? And you do that, using table of values like I showed you. And then you only need to plot 2 points. I plotted this one. Hold on. So I plotted this one, and just connect the two dots, right? And you will have a straight line, okay? Just to be sure, you can put 3 if you want, but 2 is sufficient, okay? Anyway, so this is how you would do that. Now let's